Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 14 of my series of readings from my autobiography, Odd Man Out True Stories of a Gay Black Swimmer. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video, so thanks everyone for being patient. I was on vacation in Southeast Asia for a few days, and um, I had every intent of posting my next video when I got back, but I was having a little problem with jet lag, and then I caught a cold, so thanks again for being patient. I am feeling much better and I'm ready to read from my book again. Before we get to today's reading, I just again want to thank everybody who's been following this series. Since when I was on vacation, a couple more people subscribed to my channel, so thanks to those who subscribed. And those of you who have bought a copy of my book, thank you so much. I'm sure there are still a few holdouts out there who have been following this series and still haven't bought a book. I don't know if you're just waiting for the last chapter or if you're just still just kind of on the fence about whether you want to buy a copy or not. Trust me, you buy a copy, you won't be sorry. If you want to get a signed copy, you can go to the link in the description box below this video player. And as many of you have found out, there are other places online to buy a copy. So I don't care where you buy a copy, just buy a copy, and I hope you'll learn a lot from the lessons and the messages that I try to convey in the book through my stories. So let's get to today's reading. In the last chapter, I had talked about my first competition at Master Swimming Nationals, and I had set my first national record there, and that kind of fueled my competitive fire again. And a few months later, I would attend the International Gay and Lesbian Aquatics Championships, which is a yearly meet that's held in different places around the world. In 2003, it was held in San Francisco, and I believe this year, 2011, it's going to be held in Hawaii. So, great location. At the 2003 meet was the place where I had set my first official Masters World Record. So I want to share the experience of swimming that race with you. The final day of the 2003 IGLA Swimming Championships was going to be the most fun of all. The only two individual events I had to swim were the 100 IM and 50 breast. I always have fun swimming these events. The 100 IM is an all-out sprint from start to finish. It was the chief reason I returned to swimming. Unlike the 200 IM, you don't have time to build up the effort within each stroke. You have to push off each wall with the intent of sprinting your guts out, then do a turn and sprint another stroke. The world record in the 100 IM was 56.67. The holder of that record was Attila Sene, the 200 IM champion in the 1996 Olympic Games. I had no expectations that I would come close to the record held by an Olympic gold medalist. I had swum in a couple of short course meters meets unshaved and had come within 2 seconds of the record, but I still didn't allow myself to think that record could be mine. I stood behind the block prepared to swim as fast as I could, and the time would be secondary. I have mixed feelings about butterfly being the first stroke in the individual medley. It's my worst stroke, so it's great to get it out of the way. But I have to try harder in that stroke, which makes me more tired for the rest of the race than most others I swim against. In this 100 IM, the butterfly felt fantastic for the first time in quite a while. I didn't have time to think much about it. About 12 seconds after I started, I was swimming backstroke. Just swim straight, I said, and spin those arms hard. Sprinting breaststroke was obviously an easy thing to do, but by now I had expended so much energy that I was starting to worry that I would crash and burn on the freestyle leg. I have a tendency to seriously deteriorate on freestyle, but I only had 25 meters to swim, and I felt like something amazing was happening. Everything had felt great up to this point. Unfortunately, I had no competition in the water to give me the boost I needed for the finish, so I had to dig deep and find the gear that would produce the freestyle leg I needed. I touched the wall and was utterly spent. It was the hardest 100 IM I had ever swum, and the fastest one as well. I had broken Attila Sene's world record by 0.04 seconds. I was stunned. To know that I had just swum faster than an Olympic champion in an event that is not my best was too much to take. I climbed out of the pool and was in such shock that I couldn't move for a couple of minutes. I bent over and rested my hands on my knees while the thought of swimming faster than a world record for the first time had sunk in. So that's what it was like to set a world record. It's still one of the highlights of my entire swimming career, one that I will never ever forget. And as I said, the IGLA Championships is mostly for gay and lesbian swimmers. So it's a lot of. It was great to be at a meet where other openly gay and lesbian swimmers were. It was great to kind of be able to kind of be in that environment and just have fun. Swimming with them and conversing with them. And it was also a place where I could catch up some more with my great friend and Olympian Dan Veach, who was also at the meet and swam a few events. I got a photo of him right here. I think you can kind of see that a little bit. Yeah, there's a photo of me right there with Dan. And we just had a ball catching up, and he's always been a great friend, and I'm always grateful for that. So that is part 14. Thanks so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you next time.